All right, I know I've kept you waiting for 10 minutes, and this is just because there was a special coverage from the Alisa Hotel where the Ghana Football Association held its extraordinary congress for the year. Now, this is Joy News Interactive with me, Baba Tando, and as usual, you can be a part of this experience via Multi-TV, DSTV, and GoTV. You can find us on Facebook on the address Joy News. And then you can also find us on Twitter, Joy News on TV, and on Facebook as well. On WhatsApp, the number is 0560 800 000. That is 0560 800 000. My name once again is Baba Tando. We're going to get into our stories for today. Now, how is it like taking a break off duty on a weekend? I know it's very much fun, but for somebody, it's not going to be the same for him. We're also going to be looking at whether you choose poverty over mental health. I will show you, or I'll tell you a few tricks that we can probably practice if you want to choose poverty or you want to choose mental health. And then also, how about starting off a new year on a freedom note? Well, it's something that we're going to be talking about, all right? All of this coming up on the Joy News Interactive with me pretty shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Joy News Interactive. Now, taking a break off duty on a weekend can be very much fun. It can be very enjoying. But this weekend, a break on the part of the President of Ghana, or the outgoing President of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, will be the last time he will be referred to as President of Ghana, or POG, as we here at Joy News call him, and the beginning of an era for newly elected President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. By Sunday, the 8th of December, President John Dramani Mahama will not be President of Ghana again. He will be referred to as the ex-president or former president of Ghana. He would have handed over the mantle of leadership to the man who resides at Nima, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Let me tell you about Nima. The Nima people say it's no more Nima, but it's called the presidential area. Now, President Mahama will be giving his last State of the Nation address on Thursday, December 7, 2017. Thursday actually, January, from the Parliament House. As usual, his State of the Nation address usually tells us what has happened in his government and what they intend to do going forward. But there's no going forward, as his government will not be in power this year. Now, what will be the content of his presentation? You can share with us what you expect to hear from him in his last State of the Nation address. And you know the number to reach us on WhatsApp, 0560 800,000. Okay, so let's go right there to see what people are saying to us on Facebook on what they expect to see or what they expect the content of the president's last State of the Nation address to be. Yusuf Wahab Abdul says, God bless you, the finest president with humility and God will always protect you against your enemies. They will keep on insulting you, making fun of you, but whatever they do, your legacy will reign forever. Their insults will be a blessing upon you. Okay, so it looks like Yusuf is actually in the spirit. He's actually conferring blessings on President Mahama, outgoing President Mahama. So he's not actually addressing issue. But Samir Madrid says we don't expect any last words. He should just leave, because I know he will be quoting. Okay, so this one also we cannot substantiate, or I can't substantiate Sami Madrid. All right, so I've edited to suit our house style. Okay, Mahmoud Habib Jaula says he should take a well-deserved rest. Afterwards, he should try to invest in agriculture, just like his father did, to employ more youth and resign from politics for good. Okay, so the issue actually is, what do you expect the content of President Dramani Mahama's State of the Nation address, his last one, of course, to be? Okay, Kukubo Peter Selam says, I'm expecting him to tell us what he intends to do with his two friends from the Guantanamo Bay. Okay. And my last word for him, he should be careful with those babies with sharp teeth around him. And he should know that Ghanaians do not have short memory as he thought. That's quite a deep one. Okay, Prince Nuruddin Baumia, this is obviously expected, but you don't expect that he will say this. But maybe, who knows, he could do some magic around it. Prince Nuruddin Baumia says, I expect to hear from the president how he feels after losing the election and what role he will play as far as the Wyoming scandal is concerned to the general public. Okay, that's more like it. Wilson Affair says nothing new is expected from the outgoing president. He is going to blow his own trumpet and dance to his own tune. Well, I can't also independently verify that one. Okay, Veronica Ansah says, I wish he would tell us the true state of the nation. This time he has nothing to lose, and so it wouldn't hurt to tell us the truth. I wish him well in all his future endeavors. Okay, so this is coming from Veronica Ansah. Kali Bills Kalito says, I know he's going to talk about infrastructure. Man, wait there. Okay. Well, so that's pretty much what people expect President Mahama to talk about. His last State of the Nation's address. Okay, so Bashir Jinapa said policy of paying 3 months salary. Okay, well, that is also pretty much expected. So that's what certain fans or listeners and viewers of our Joy News Interactive expect to see or to hear from the president's last State of the Nation's address. All right, we move on to our next issue. Now, this man actually did the same thing in 2012 when John Dramani Mahama was elected into office the first time. Now, they gave him some money before he came down. When he goes bankrupt, he climbs the high-tension electricity pole to demand money. He is fond of doing that. A resident familiar with the antics of Amwako is heard in a video that has since gone viral on social media. Now, the man whose name is giving Amwako is, however, demanding a huge amount of money from President-elect Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and or the community before he descends from the high-tension electricity pole. Believed to be in his 40s, he actually climbed this high-tension pole in Kenyase at Timrom in the Ashanti region, causing total electricity outage or power outage in the community and surrounding areas. Some will call it a divine intervention, others will call it fate. Now, be it any of these two or more, he is finally okay. So that's actually what's happening with Amwako. But you know, I have some advice for him. If only this time they'll let him, whatever he wants to do on the high tension pole, let him do it. And let's see if he'll come back to climb it again. But a lot of you are talking about it on WhatsApp, so we'll check out a few on your messages. But first, let's see what's happening on Facebook. Okay, so Arthur McCaffrey Awuku says, I blame the high tension pole for tolerating that. I can't put that word on TV. That pole is an embarrassment of a high tension pole. We need a committee to investigate if that pole is truly what it claims to be, because it is not acting like one. We cannot allow poles to cause the government financial loss by allowing people like Amwako to get themselves into pole position. Okay, and he laughs that out. Okay, so pretty much thinking like me, if really it's a high tension pole, I'm sure it would have taught Amwako a lesson, for which reason he wouldn't be, you know, climbing it every now and then when he goes broke. Find yourself a job, man. Find yourself a job. Well, I know he'll come back and tell me there are no jobs. But Sandra Eduafram says, okay, so this man has literally kidnapped himself and asking for a ransom from the president-elect. Laughing out loud. He definitely should be arrested and charged with kidnap, causing fear and panic, coercion, and attempted murder, plus whatever comes with it. Okay. Akosua Yeboah says, he might as well move his bed there and make the place his bedroom. We have serious matters to deal with, like making Ghana work again, like fixing the economy, like retrieving our stolen monies. We don't have time to act movies or play pranks. Plus, the ECG and VRA should be investigated. I mean, how come the poll did not react? Anyway, someone tell him we mean business, and such child's play was for the ice ages, or is actually a thing of the past. So, I think this is actually making a lot of sense to me. He wants to get on the high tension pole, and only one thing can happen when you get on a high tension pole: you die or you fall. That's just it. So he should just be there. Romeo Odi says, what a pity. he can try this. What a pity. Can he try this with the Akosombo Dam, Anu or Kanji Dam of Niger, Nepa? All the electric and high tension poles in Ghana have been realigned and unmerited. But I promise that guy, by the evening of January 7th, his bones will never be the same again. Kobi Heyman Apedo says, the police must arrest this blackmailer. He has done it once and was not arrested. He is trying it again, claiming his party is in power. Arrest him and pump some sense into his head. Kwame Ofori-Yeboah, this guy should have done this in Kenya. My group mates from Kenya once said that if this kind of a thing happens there, it's either you jump and die, which is the better option, or the people around the scene will help to say goodbye to the world by helping you to die faster. But fortunately, he's doing this in Ghana, so he's safe though. All right, my final comment from Mohammed Amuda Yusuf. In certain parts of the world, actions of this nature are taken only to protect nature, like environment and other living creatures. This foolish, selfish, and greedy thinking and behavior must not be accepted one bit. Okay. All right, so I think that people are like in sync with my thoughts. You get on a high tension pool, you die. If you don't die, jump. Okay, if you're not electrocuted, then you jump and die. Okay, so let's see if Amwaku will come back again when another president comes into power, or when he goes broke or bankrupt again. So leave him there. Let's set it on fire or something, and let's see what's gonna happen. If he will be the first to jump, or he will just remain there. But let's move away from Amwako and his poverty and high tension pole climbing antics. Some will actually call it divine intervention. Others will call it fate. But be it any of these two or more, he is finally a free man. Let us refresh our memories on the story behind the man Ramsey Amui.
He was the golden boy of Stars of the Future Season 1, and although he didn't win, his smooth voice and good looks won him the admiration of the fans, especially the ladies. But then, the brighter star of the future was jailed after pleading guilty to charges of conspiracy, armed robbery, and dishonestly receiving under Article 29, Clause 146 of the Criminal Code, after which he and 8 others were jailed for 10 years each in 2007. And now, reprieve. But what's next for the former singer, now convicted felon? Only time will tell.
All right, so Ramsey actually heard prison officials call his name. He responded, and the follow-up message was, "Pack your things, you're going home today." This is a quote on the wall of Seth Kwame Boateng, a journalist with multimedia. William Ramsey Amui, aka Ramsey, first runner-up in the first edition of the music reality show Stars of the Future, was last Monday sentenced, about some years ago, sentenced to a 10-year imprisonment with hard labor by the Tema High Court, presided over by Justice Peter Ofei. Now, for the past years, he has been confined within the 4 corners of the Nsawam Maximum Prison. Today, as we speak, he's a free man. And when I come back from this break, I'll be telling you what people are saying on Facebook or commenting on this issue on Facebook. Stay tuned. Joy Interactive will be back shortly. Okay, you're welcome back to Joy Interactive. So just before the break, I was talking about this gentleman, a runner-up at the competition called Stars of the Future, who was jailed some years back, and granted a pardon, presidential pardon. So Ramsey Amui is a free man now. And you know, he didn't let his imprisonment deter him from what he loves to do most. He actually went to lead the choir in the Insawam maximum prison. But today he's out and he can still go on pursuing what he loves to do the most. So a lot of you have been saying a lot of things on Facebook, and here are some of the comments. Prince Nuruddin Balmia again says, very interesting. This is also a conspiracy of the prison officers for not allowing that man to complete his jail term in the prison. But Prince Nuruddin Balmia, if I can ask you, how can you justify what you're saying? What kind of a conspiracy is it? I'll be very happy to hear from you on this particular question I've asked you. Okay. Rashad Ibn Mumuni says 10 years is equal to 8 months, and that's equal to 1 year in prison system. Bukari Ed Jr., you are happy about the fact that Ramsey is a free man, so you say simply good move. Okay, and Kingsley Kumbaji is also agreeing with what Bukari Ed Jr. is saying. So if you just find us, news is that runner-up of musical competition Stars of the Future, William Ramsey Amui, is finally out of prison. He's been granted presidential pardon, so he's actually going out a free man today. And if you still want to see more about this story, you can log on to myjoyonline.com, because it's all there with all the videos accompanying it. And also, if you want to see Amwako, the man who climbs high tension poles when he's broke, you can also log on to myjoyonline.com. But like I'm saying, let him fall off or let him die, and let's see if he will come back again when he's broke. He won't even have a second time to go broke anyway. My name is Baba Tando. That's your Joy Interactive for now. Bye-bye.